Hence what happened to this one? Hence alternate diagram proven, previous conclusion will be false. Then what happened to the previous conclusion will be false. Hence first conclusion is false. Then what happened to the second one? Some roots or trees is a possibility. Some roots or trees is possible or not? As these statements are affirmative, I can draw like this. Isn't it? Hence what happened to this one? Second one is possible. Conclusion 1 is false. Second one is true. Only 2. Choice 1. And this is about question number 2. Choice 1 is the answer. Then what about 3? Now 3, 4 and 5. Now in question number 3, any answer to this third one? Some lists are short. Some of the lists are short. These are the lists which are short. And the next one, some lists are short and all shorts are graphs. All these shorts are what? All shorts are graphs. And the next one, no graph is a record. No graph is record means no intersection between record and graph. Then what is the first conclusion here? The first one, some graphs are lists. Now these are the graphs and these are the lists. Some graphs are lists is true or not? It is definitely true. Some graphs are lists. And the next one, no record is a chart. Record here, chart is a definitely true. In order to make this one false, now I should prove some records are chart. Some records are chart. Is it possible here? Record and chart. In order to make this conclusion false, then my record should be like this. Can I draw my record like this? If I draw my record like this, then what happens? No graph is a record will become false. Statement invalid. Alternate diagram cannot be drawn. Hence, alternate diagram cannot be drawn. The previous negative conclusion will be true forever. Hence, the second one is also true. Then what is your answer here? Both 1 and 2 follows. Both 1 and 2 choice. Fine. And this is about question number 3. Fourth one. All groups are mobs. All groups are what? Mobs. And all mobs are crowds. All these mobs are crowds. This is the basic right. All groups are mobs. All mobs are crowds. First conclusion, all groups are crowds. True or not? Definitely true. And second one, all crowds are mobs. All crowds are mobs is false because only some crowds are mobs is true. Hence, only conclusion 1 follows, choice 1. And this is about question number 4, choice 1. And fifth one. Question number 5. All boats are ships. These are the boats which are ships. All boats are ships. Next one. All boats are ships. No ship is ferry. No intersection between ship and ferry. Then what is the other one? All ferries are kites. Then what happened to this one? Then this ferry and this ship should not be intersected at all, isn't it? And this ferry should not be intersected with the boat at all. Then what is the first conclusion here? No kayak is a boat. No kayak is a boat. As of now it is true, no kayak is a boat. Next one. No ship is a kayak. No ship is a kayak is also true, isn't it? Now sir, both the conclusions are true with the help of the basic diagram. In order to make this one false, now I should prove some kayaks are boat. Some kayaks are boat. Now no statement is in between ship and ferry. And no statement is not related to this K, isn't it? Hence, can I draw my diagram like this or not? If I draw my diagram like this, then what happened to the first conclusion? No kayak has become boat has become false because I have proven some kayaks are boats. Hence, alternate diagram proven. First conclusion is false. Then what happened to the second one? No ship is kayak. Now some kayaks are ships is also proven. Hence, this is alternate diagram for both these two conclusions. Alternate diagram proven. Hence, the previous conclusion should be false. Then what is your answer here? Neither one nor two. It is choice. Fine. Clear now? And this is about question numbers 1 to 5, syllogisms. Next one, 6 to 10. Now in this question number 6 to 10, floor arrangement. How many floors are there in total? 8 number of floors. 8 floors. 8 people P, Q, R, S, T, U, V and W live on 8 different floors of a building, but not necessarily in the same order. Then what else is also clearly given here? Now these are the floors. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1 are the floors given. The ground floor is the first floor. The floor above the first floor is the second floor and so on. Then the first one is the persons And the second one is about? The second one is about what? Only person is given, isn't no other parameter, fine. Then, what is the first one here? The lowermost floor. T lives on floor number 4. T, floor number 4. Isn't it? T lives on floor number 4. Only 2 people in between T and Q. 2 people in between T and Q. Q can be either here. Then what is the other possibility? 2 can be, Q can be either here. As there are 2 possibilities, we are working out simultaneously because the information is very less. Hence, T at the 4th floor, 2 in between T and Q, T in between Q, T and Q. Then, V lives on floor immediately above Q. V immediately above Q, V immediately above Q. 4 people between V and S. V and S, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 4 in between V and S. And P lives on an even number floor below S. P below S. Here P must be here. And S is here. P can be P either here or here or here. Out of which 2 and 4 are ruled out. Hence P must be here. P lives only one person between P and R. Between P and R can be, R must be here. Between, because down is not possible. And here the second case is completely ruled out. Because there is no possibility for R to be here. And U lives on one of the floors above W. U is on one of the floors above W. Then what is order here? R, S, P, U, T, W, V and Q. Clear now? Then question number 6 to 10. Shall I explain the questions or not required? Now question number 6 to 10. What are the choices here? Question number 6 it is choice 3. Isn't it? Question number 6 choice is 7 to 10. Yes, any answers to this? 7 to 10. 7th one it is choice 1. 7 choice 1. 8. 8 4. 9 2. Then choices 1 4 2 5 are the choices to these 4. 1 4 2 5. 7 1 4 and this is 2 and this will be 5. And these are the choices for question number 6 to 10. Clear now? Then 11 to 15. Now in this 11 to 15, 8 persons seated around a square table. How many persons are there? 8 persons seated around a square table, wherein 4 persons seated at the corners and 4 are seated at 4 at the corners and 4 are at the middle of each of the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Isn't it? And the persons who are at the centers, the ones who sit at 4 corners face the center, corners facing the center and centers away from the center. Isn't it? And H sits second to the left of D. D sits at one of the corners of the table. As D sits at one of the corners of the table, now I am fixing D at this place. The person who is seated at the corner is facing the center. Isn't it? Then H sits second to the left of D. H is seated second to the left of D. Because this person is facing the center, left is clockwise. H sits second to the left of D. D sits at one of the corners of the table. Only 2 people in between H and B. 2 people in H and B. 1, 2, B can be either here. Then what is the other possibility? B can be either here. Because either in the clockwise or in the anti-clockwise. First let us start with this one. Or simultaneously let us work out this. Then H in these 2. D sits only 2 people in H and B. A is neither an immediate neighbor of B nor H. A cannot be here, cannot be here. Or cannot be here, cannot be here. Isn't it? As A cannot be in any one of these places. Then what is the only place left for this A? A must be here. Isn't it? Because A cannot be in these 3 places, 4, 5 and 6 and 7. A must be here. If A is here, only 3 people in between A and F. That means A and F are opposite to each other. Okay? And G faces the same direction as F. G and F are facing the same direction. F is at the center. Hence G must also be at the center. G must be here. And C is an immediate neighbor of G. As C is an immediate neighbor of G, here it is not possible. Because both the neighbors of G is, filled. Hence, what is the assumption we have taken? H at this place is completely ruled out. Isn't it? Hence, we should take in the reverse order. Clear now? First we have started in the clockwise, but as one of the information is ruled out, hence we are starting in the reverse order. Then what is the second case here? D is at this place, sits at one of the corners of the table. Only two people between H and B. Two people H and B. H sits second to the left of B. And two people in between H and B. Two people H and B. Earlier we had taken B here, but as the condition is invalid, hence I am taking B at this place. Two people in between H and B. And three people in between A and H. And A is neither an immediate neighbor of B nor H. A cannot be here, cannot be here, cannot be here, isn't it? A cannot be in any one of these places. Now we are left with A can be either here or here. A is neither an immediate neighbor of B nor H. Next one. Only three people in between, hence A can be in any one of these two places. Out of which if A is here, three people in between A and F is ruled out. A cannot be here, hence A must be here. If A is here, F is here. And three people, G faces the same direction as F. As F is at the center, G must also be at the center, G is here. And C is an immediate neighbor of G, C is here. Then who is the person left over? S, A, B, C, D, F, G, H. E is here, C must be. Clear now? And this is how these 8 persons were seated around this square table. Yes, any answers to this? Yes? 11 to 15. Yes, choices to these 5. 11 is 5. 12 is 1. 5, 1. Yes, tell me the choices. 5, 1, 4. 4, 4. 5, 1. 5, 1, 4, 4 and 4 are the choices to the 5 questions. Clear now? And this is about square table facing inward and outward. Then question number 16 to 20, coding and decoding. Now in this coding and decoding, again some sentences, 4 statements are given, isn't it? Followed by their coding. Now first let us check out whether they are directly given or not. Recovery is at the last place, NK is at the last place, recovery is at the first place, NK is not at the first place. Hence they are not directly given. Then let us check out for repetition. And in none of the sentences the same word is repeated more than once. Repetition ruled out. Then comparison. Then if you compare these two. If you compare these two, what are the words which are common? In means recovery. Recovery is common. And recovery. In and recovery are the two words which are common. Isn't it? Hence we cannot identify the code for either to in or to recovery. And again, if you check out here, 1, 2 and 4 if you compare these 3. First one, second one and the fourth one. In recovery, but as here it is only in. Hence what is the word which is common here? In 1, 2 and 4. In is the only word which is common. Then what is the code common here? FA. FA is here but not here. Next QZ not here. DC and TP. Hence TP is common in this. Hence the code for in is CP. Clear now? Then if you compare these two, then what is the what is it? Repeating here recovery. Then what is the code common between these two? Apart from TP, then NK. And the code for recovery is NK. Then if you combine these two, the first and the third one, means of and any word which is common, no. And between these two, what is the word which is common here? Midst is common. And what is the code common between these two? FA is common. And the code for this is FA. And what is left over here? Off is left over. Then what is the code left here? J. Hence the code for off is J. Isn't it? Hence all the 4 words were done with the first one. Then growth and pattern. As growth and pattern is left over, here pattern is the word which is common between second and the third sentences. And what is the code common between these two? BR and PA. Hence PA is common. And the code for pattern is PA. Then recovery in pattern done. Now we are left with what? Growth. Growth is BR. Growth is the only word left over. Hence GR. Growth is GR or BR? BR. Growth is BR. Then these two sentences done. Now we are left with these two. He is very peculiar. Peculiar already done or not done? is very peculiar, and again very much. Very is the only word which is common, isn't it? Then what is the code common between these two? DC. Hence very is DC. And these are the codes that can be identified. And in this one, is and peculiar are left over. Is and peculiar. And what is the code given to these two? Is and peculiar? It could be either GR or HM. GR or HM. And in this one, only much is left over, isn't it? Only much. What is the code given to this much? Much is QJ. Hence, while solving this one, please cancel the code and the word which are completed, or else you will get confused which word is left over and which code is left over. Clear now? And this is about 16 to 20. And which of the following may represent? Can you work out these questions then? 16 to 20. Now in this 16 to 20, 16 twice, 4, 17, 5, 18, 4. 4, 5 and 4 are the choices to these 3. 4, 5 and 4. Write down this. These are the codes, and for these two we cannot identify. And 19 and 20, 1 and 5, isn't it? 19, 20, 1 and 5 are the choices. And the choices to these 5, 4, 5, 4, 1, 5, 16 to 20. Then 21 to 25. Now first let us discuss about question numbers 21 and 22. Now in this 21 and 22, directions. As what is given in these directions? Directions 21 and 22. Point J is 10 meters to the north of point C. J is 10 meters to the north of point C. J is 10 meters to the north of point C. The distance between these two is 10. C is 15 meters to the west of K. C is 15 meters to the west of what? West of K. And C is 15 meters to the west of K. And L is 5 meters to the south of K. L is 5 meters to the south of K. L is 7.5 to the east of M. East of M. M is here, this is 7.5. That means, now from here to here it is 15. Here it is, M is midway in between C and K. Next one. L is 7.5. That's it. J is 10 meters. C is 15 meters to the west of K. And L is 5 meters to the K. L is 10.5. Then in which direction is point M with respect to C? C is here, M is here. This is south and east, southeast. Southeast choice 2. M is in which direction? This is south and this is east, southeast. Then next one. Point B is 15 meters to the north of point M. B is 15 meters. From here 15 meters means this is 5 and this is 10. Hence, these two must be in the same line. That is B is 15 meters and this is 5 and this will be 10. Then which of the following will be the nearest to point B? Which is nearest to point B? J is nearest. Because this distance is 10 and this is only 7.5. Because the total distance is 15, out of which this is 7.5 and the remaining 7.5 is this one. And which point is nearer? Choice 5, J is nearer to this. And question numbers 21 and 22, 2 and 5 are the choices. Then 23 to 25. Now in this question numbers 23 to 25, all these questions are based on what? Data sufficiency. Now in this question number 23, in a straight line of how many persons? 8 persons. In a straight line of 8 persons, who stands forward from the right end of the line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the question is about the person who is forward from the right end of the line. And in order to identify this one, now let us check out whether only statement 1 alone is sufficient or 2 alone is sufficient. Then what about 1 here? F stands second from the left end of the line. As F stands second from the left end of the line, F must be here. And L is an immediate neighbor of F. L is an immediate neighbor of L. L can be either here or L can be here. Two possibilities. L is an immediate neighbor of M. Next one. L is an immediate neighbor of F. Then two people between L and M. If L is here, 2 people means M will be here. Or if L is here, 2 people means M will be here. Then, are we getting a unique answer? M may or may not be here. Either M could be here or some other person could be here. Hence, we are not 100% sure who will be at this place. Hence, 1 alone is not sufficient. Then coming to 2. Now in this condition number 2, what is given here? L stands 4th to the left of Q. L is 4th to the left of Q. 1, 2, 3, 4. L is 4th to the left of Q. J stands second to the right of Q. J stands second to the right of Q. Now in total, how many persons were involved? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Isn't it? One more person, either to the right of J or to the left of J. Isn't it? Hence, L can be here or L can be here. If L is here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Isn't it? Q will be here, J will be here. Or if L is here, Q will be here, J will be here. How many possibilities? 2 possibilities. And at the same time, B stands to the immediate left of J. As B is to the immediate left of J, as what happens here, B is to the immediate left of J. B can be either here or B can be here. Now in this case, in the second case, what happens? B must be here. But whereas, who can be the third? Either B can be the third or Q can be the third. Am I getting a unique answer? No. Hence 2 alone is also not sufficient. 1 alone is not sufficient, 2 alone is not sufficient. Then, by combining these two. By combining these two, what can we infer here? F is at the second place. As F is at the second place, L cannot be at the second place. Isn't it? As L cannot be at the second place, this case is ruled out. Hence, F will be here. If F is here, then, if F is at this place, then what happens to this one? L and F. And in between, condition number 1, F stands second from the left hand of the line. L is an immediate neighbor of F. 2 people between L and M. 2 people in between whom? 2 people in between L and M. L and M, 2 people in between L and M. And L stands 4th to the left of Q. L is 4th to the left of Q. Q must be here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Condition number 2. J stands second to the right of Q. J is seated second to the right of Q. And B stands to the immediate left of J. B is here. As B is here, whether I am getting a unique answer or not, who is the person seated third to the right, third from the right end? B is the person. Hence, how am I getting the answer? By combining both the statements only, I got the answer. Hence, the data in statements, both the statements together are necessary. Choice 4. Question number 23, it is choice 4 is the answer. Clear now? Then coming to question number 24. Now in this 24, what is given here? Among 5 stores, A, B, C, D and E, which store recorded the highest profit in a given month? Now the question is about which store recorded the highest profits in a month. How many are there in total? In total there are some 5 stores. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stores. Now the answer should be regarding the first one, isn't it? Which store recorded the highest profits? Then, condition number 1. C recorded more profit than A. C is more than A, but less than D. But less than D. C more than A, but less than D. D recorded more profit than both E and D. D recorded more than what? Both E and D. Now, in total, how many stores are there? 5 stores. And out of these 5 stores, tell me whether A can be here. Whether A can be here or not. No. Why? Because A is lesser than at least 2, D and C. Hence A cannot be here. Can B be here? No, because B is lesser than D. Because D is more than both B and E. Hence B cannot be here. Can C be here? No, because D is more than C. Hence C cannot be here. Can E be here? E is lesser than D. Hence these 4 cannot be here. Then which will be here? Hence D will be here. Am I getting a unique answer or not? Then what is the answer? Though the arrangement of the remaining 4 is not clearly known, but as the question is regarding the first position, I got the first position. Hence 1 alone is sufficient. As 1 alone is sufficient, can we straight away go for choice 1? 1 alone, no. We should check out for 2 also. With the help of 2 also, if I got the answer, then either or will be the answer. Isn't it? Then, now I am checking out for condition number 2. What is this condition number 2 here? B recorded less profit than E. B is less profit than E. B less than E but more than C. E, B and C. C did not record the list. C cannot be here. That's what I can able to know. As C cannot be here, C, B, E can be here, then D. Or E, B and C here, D can be. Isn't it? And so many possible days. The first one could be either D or E. And am I getting a unique answer? No, more than one answer. Hence 2 alone is not sufficient. Hence only 1 alone is sufficient. Choice 5. Question number 24, choice 5 is the answer. Then what about 25? Now question number 25. Now in this question number 25, on which day of the same week, starting from when? Monday to Sunday. Monday and ending on Sunday, did Preeti reach Delhi? Then in condition number 1, Preeti's mother correctly remembers that she reached after Wednesday before Sunday. After Wednesday before Sunday, either it could be Thursday, Friday or Saturday. Any one of these 3 days. Hence condition number 1 alone is not sufficient because I am getting 3 days rather than a single day. Then condition number 2. Preeti's sister correctly remembers that she reached after Tuesday. After Tuesday, that could be Wednesday, but before Saturday. Wednesday, Thursday or Friday. Then, with the help of condition number 2, I am again getting 3 different days. Hence, 2 alone is not sufficient. Then by combining these 2. What are the terms which are coming here? Thursday and Friday. Here also Thursday and Friday. Hence, this Preeti reached either on Thursday or Friday. 2 different days. Hence, I am not sure on which day she reached Delhi. And what is the answer here? The data in both the statements are not sufficient. Choice 1 is the answer. The data even in both the statements are also not sufficient to determine. And this is about question number 25. Then 26 to 30. Now 26 to 30 inequalities. Now in this inequalities, the relation between S and D. Now question number 26. The relation between S and D. Now when is S? S is here, D is here. What is the element which is common between these two? C is common, isn't it? Then how to come to this C? Now C is lesser than or equals to R and D equals to O, isn't it? That means C is O lesser than or equals to C means C is greater than or equals to what? O. O equals to D. Hence D is here. Hence D greater than or equals to C lesser than. Hence two opposite symbols. No relation can be established between these two. Hence conclusion 1 is false. Then between S and D also no relation between these two, isn't it? Hence neither 1 nor 2. Choice 5. Question number 26 it is choice 5. Then coming to 27. The relation between M and L. L is here, M is here, isn't it? Forget about this D because L equals to D. L less than O lesser than or equals to. Which element is common? Only lesser than. Hence L less than M is 2. M greater than L is 2. Next one. Next one. Second. D lesser than or equals to S. D is here, S is here. Now between these two, forget about this equal. Greater than or equals to, greater than or equals to, isn't it? Hence S greater than or equals to D. D lesser than or equals to S. Then what is your answer here? Both 1 and 2. Choice 1 is the answer. Question number 27. Choice 1. Clear now? Then 28. Question number 28. 26. S. What is 26? S greater than D. S equals to D. S greater than D. S equals to D. Isn't it? Then what is the conclusion we are getting there? D equals to O, O lesser than or equals to C, C lesser than or equals to R, R lesser than or equals to S, isn't it? Then lesser than or equals to lesser than or equals to lesser than find. Hence D equals to O is ruled out. D lesser than or equals to C lesser than or equals to R lesser than or equals to S. Then what is the relation between G and S? D and S? D is lesser than or equal. Fine. D lesser than or equal to S. As D lesser than or equal to S, then S is greater than or equal to D. Hence, either it could be choice 1 or it could be choice 2. Hence, choice 2 is the answer. Either 1 or 2. Okay? Either 1 or 2 is the answer. Question number 26. Because the relation between these two can be identified. They are not opposite symbols. Then, fine. Then question number 27 done, choice 1. Then 28. Then 28. The relation between D and E, greater than, lesser than, two opposite symbols. C and D. D is here, C is here, from here to here. Greater than, hence D greater than C, C lesser than D. Only 2 follows, only 2, choice 3. 28 it is choice 3. Then 29 and 30. 28 choice 3. 29 and 30. Now in this question number 29. Now in this 29, what is given here? Y and M. M is here, Y is here. Forget about this E equals to. Lesser than or equals to, lesser than or equals to, lesser than. M lesser than Y, Y greater than M. O and S, O is here, S is here. Lesser than, greater than, two opposite symbols. Only one follows. Only one choice, 4. Then coming to 30th. A and S. A is here, S is here. What is the element which is common here? N is common. A greater than N. S lesser than or equals to N means N greater than or equals to S. Now between A and S, greater than or equals to. Hence A greater than S is 2. Then coming to the second one. N greater than P. P is here, N is here. Lesser than, greater than. Two opposite symbols, no relation. Hence only 1 is 2. Choice 2. Clear now? This is about question number 30. Choice 2 is on. Then 31 to 35. Now question number 31 to 35. Sequence. Now in this sequence, which are the following is? 5th to the right of. 5th to the right of what? 5th to the right of. Which are the following is 5th to the right of? 17th from the right hand. Now right and right. Right and right means same direction. Hence subtract between these two. 17 minus 5. 12th from the right hand. 12th from the right hand. What is the element here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is 9. 9 that is given in choice 2. How many such letters are there? Now the question is about a letter. Each of which is immediately followed by a symbol and immediately preceded by a letter. That means letter and symbol should be the sequence. How many are there? Letter and letter should be repeated. Letter, but where is not a symbol. Next one, NK dollar, letter symbol. Next one, UH, next letter symbol. Anything else? Letter symbol. And how many are there? There are 3 such types. There are 3 such letters which are preceded by letter and followed by a symbol. Choice 5. And if all the symbols are dropped from the arrangements, then which of the following will be the 12th from the left hand? Symbols. Without symbols, count the 12th element. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What is the element here? U. Where it is given? Choice 5. And 4 out of the following. 7AL. Where is 7 and A? Plus 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus 4. Plus 1, plus 4. And 2 and percentage. Where is 2? 2 and percentage. 1, 2, plus 2. Isn't it? Plus 2 here. And percentage and hash. 1, 2, 3 plus 3. Then coming to the third choice. And A. And A 1, 2 plus 2. And A in dollar. 1, 2, 3 plus 3. Then what is your answer here? 2, 3, 2, 3. Here it is 1, 4. Hence choice 1. Except in choice 1. In the remaining terms. In the remaining terms what happened here? The elements are of the same pattern. This is 34. Then 35. 2PW. Isn't it? 2PW 476 A dollar and pound. Next one L, Y and X. Then what should be the next one? Isn't it? Then coming to this sequence. Then what is the relation between 2 and 4? Then compare the first elements. What are the first elements here? 2 and 4. How many elements we are moving forward? 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 4. And 4 and A, 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 4. A and L, 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 4. First letters divided by 4, 4, 4. Next, fourth letter to the right of L. 1, 2, 3, 4 U. Hence, first element is U. Then coming to the second one. P and 7. P is here 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 4. And 7 and dollar. 1, 2, 3, 4 dollar. Next one. 1, 2, 3, 4 Y. 1, 2, 3, 4 G. The next one will be G. Because 4 letter elements are added. And similarly W and 6. Where is W? W is here. W and 6 minus 1. 6 and this one minus 1. X minus 1 is J. Hence minus 1 minus 1 minus 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. Twice 1 is the answer. Okay? And it was given in choice 1. UGJ. Clear now? 35. Then question number 36 to 40. Now in this 36 to 40, what is given here? Row arrangement. 6 persons in row 1 and another 6 persons in row 2. Shall we solve this one? Six in row 1 and 6 in row 2. Hence, how many persons are in row 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who are those persons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is row 1 and this is row 2. Then, in row 1, STX are south, S2X. Next one. And in row 2, M2R. M2R in row 2. This information we should always write clearly. Then, U sits third to the right of V, and U does not at any extrements of the row. U is seated south to the right of V. U and V are facing towards south. U is south to the right of V means towards our. U is south to the right of Y. That means U must be towards our left hand side, isn't it? If V is here 1, 2, 3, U will be here. So when U is seated south to the right of V. V is facing like this. 1, 2, 3. These persons are facing south towards our left hand side. This is one possibility. What is the other possibility? V here, U here, that is the second possibility, isn't it? Because U cannot be at the end. Then, U sits south to the right of V. U does not at any end of the end. The one who faces U sits second to the left of P. Now the person who is facing U sits second to the left of P. P must be here. And U sits, O sits to the immediate right of P. O is to the immediate right of P. Isn't it? O sits to the immediate right of P. Q sits south to the left of O. 1, 2, 3. Q is south to the left of O. Only 3 people between P and R. 1, 2, 3. P and R only 3 people. And M sits south to the right of R. 1, 2, 3. M is south to the right of R. M faces S. M is facing S. T sits to the immediate left of X. T is to the immediate left. As T is to the immediate left of X, is it true? T is to the immediate left of X, true or false? Immediate left means towards our right hand side. Hence T is to the immediate left of X. X here, T here. T is to the immediate left. Then in this one, N, O, P, Q are here, S, T, U, V, W, X. This is how these 12 persons were seated. Clear? Then, question number 36 to 40. What are the choices? 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 5, 3, 1. 3, 5, 5, 3, 1 are the choices. 36 to 40, 3, 5, 5, 3, 1. After going to your home, please check out the questions once again. 3, 5, 5, 3, 1 are the choices. Done with this? Any doubts in this? Anything to be discussed once again? Apart from this one. Somebody can discuss cheyamantara? Number series done? Also I'll explain that one as well. Quick. Number series. Now question number series 61 to 65. Now in this question number 61 to 65, what is given here? 61. 20, 34, 25.